What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Today I'm going to be showcasing a Shadow Hippowdon team in the Go Battle League. Now, Hippowdon here actually got a buff that I think a lot of people are kind of forgetting about. Earth Power is one of the many moves this Pokemon can learn, and because Earth Power is so much better now damage-wise, it's actually just the best ground-type attack for this Pokemon to learn. But not only that, you have Sand Attack to generate energy very quickly, you have Weather Ball Rock to have that lucrative ground and rock-type coverage on one Pokemon here, and while this Pokemon does lack a great fast move, saying Sand Attack doesn't do all that much damage, its pacing is incredible, and this Pokemon I feel like is going to throw a lot of people off guard. I think it's kind of a sleeper pick right now in the Open Great League. But real quick, before we get into the battles, I want to ask if you're not subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. Helps out quite a bit, and I'd really appreciate it. But yeah, let's get into the battles and see what Hippowdon can do. Mantine into Medicham. There we go. That's a pretty good lead matchup. Only Pokemon on your team that's really kind of soft to this would be Hippowdon, who's weak to Ice Punch. They're staying in here. Medicham's so bad into Mantine, there's no way they have something worse against us. Like, even a Ninetales, I'd say, in the backline's probably better into Mantine than Medicham would be. Like, look at how little damage that does to us. I'm just going to keep on building up energy. Okay. You know, that's fine. I guess we just stay in here. They're ABA weak to flying types, which I am kind of surprised by in the current state of the GBL meta. How can you be that weak to, like, a Fearow? Anyway, they have played this out in a way where maybe this Jumpluff can kind of deal with me. They're at 7, so they have an Acrobatics ready to go. My backline's pretty happy, though, to avoid Medicham. Okay, they do let that through. And they throw energy here. I'm going to let this go as well. Even an Acrobatics is not enough to knock us out from here. And I should be able to, if they do go for the Acrobatics, just switch into my Kingdra and start building up more energy. I might even be able to go for a full farm down here. We'll see. 5. Alright, we'll shield this up. Energy Ball wouldn't knock us out or anything, but it would put us down pretty low. So I'd rather not take that if I could. And if we can't get a full farm down, that's big. Or if they bring in more Peko here, that's also not bad. Because now I should be able to just go for 3 Swifts against them. They're at 5, so they could Psychic Fangs bait us if they really wanted to. Although I would be kind of surprised. Oh, okay. Or they can do that. I guess I'm going to double shield then, because my Kingdra, with the energy that I have, should be able to put in quite a bit of work still against that Medicham, after going for the farm down here especially. I have energy on my Mantine. I have my Hippowdon, which isn't going to get one-shot by a move here from my opponent. Nice, so we get that full farm down there. I'm just going to go for, like, an alignment throw, because I know they have some energy still on that Medi, and in case they want to go for a CMP, I'd rather throw the Swift into them. But we'll see what they want to do. That might have been a CMP, or maybe they lagged a turn. It's always hard to tell. But if we get the shield from them here, that is big. They no shield? Okay. Okay, well, that must have been a lag a turn then on their end. But we get the second Swift off, which means they literally have to shield this, or else they just kind of lose. So, yeah, we get the shield. And now we go for the Twister. Even if they do go for a catch at some point here, I think that's still fine for us. We have 3 Pokemon against basically 1. They do shield. Psycho Cuts aren't doing that much to us here. And they do end up throwing energy against us. Alright. This Ice Punch will knock us out here. But at this point, as I was saying, I'm still outside of range where I get knocked out by a single attack by this Medicham. There's no shields left over on their side. So, as long as I just land a Weather Ball here, that's all we really need to do. Let's see what they throw. Ice Punch is probably always the play here, but maybe they go for Dynamic Punch because it does do more raw damage. And yeah, they do try to get the one-shot, but it's not really going to matter. Oh, nice catch by them. That's fine, though. I might even be able to go for, like, an Undercharge into a Sand Attack down here. Yeah, I think we can. Yep, okay. And now we'll get another Weather Ball off, or force more energy out of them. Nice, we just get the Weather Ball. Good Undercharge. And Weather Ball should get the KO against Medicham. Interesting team. Really soft to Flying-type Pokemon. I guess that's what more Pekko's for in the middle, but I'll take the win for sure. Mantine into Shadow Dusknoir. Interesting. I feel like this is not a bad lead matchup for us just because I can outpace the charge attacks, but I don't know exactly how it plays out. I'm going to go double Twister, I think. 1 Water Pulse wouldn't win the zeros. They would just outpace us to 2 attacks, and I don't one-shot them. So double Twister, I think, is the best way to do this in lower shielding scenarios. 6. Alright, big Shadow Punch. We should survive it, though, pretty comfortably. And getting a shield advantage is not bad for our backline. Yeah, we survived that. 7. They might go for the shield here. They might even let this go and try to go for a farm down against us, which also wouldn't be a too bad of a play. Yeah, they do end up doing that. Um, you know, I probably should have switched instantly. Now I'm going to be down energy against his Hisuian Electrode with my ground type, but I'm not going to give that farm down over. I think over time here, we can at least reach 3 Weather Balls despite being down energy, and we should be able to put this Electrode in kind of an uncomfortable spot. 5, alright. Yeah, we're at the Weather Ball now, but we'll see if we actually get a shield or not. Because while this could be an Earth Power, it might not even... I actually have no idea if it would knock out. It should knock out, surely. Yeah, I mean, if that's how much a Weather Ball did. And they do end up letting me get this next move off here. Interesting. So Weather Ball's gonna get the shield. And I guess we shield this up. If they're staying in here, I have to imagine that Hippowdon is in a pretty good spot. Like, maybe in the back line, it's actually pretty good. We'll go for a catch here, too, because if I catch a move, it's going to mean now this Electrode hasn't really done much this game. That's a lie, I got both of my shields. But I have a lot of energy left over on my Hippowdon. They do undercharge that to get a little bit more energy on the back line, which is a smart play. But with the energy that I have on my Hippowdon, I feel like this is still very playable. I have a full Weather Ball loaded. So if you ever end up landing a Weather Ball, we might just put them into Dragon Breath downrange. And if they shield a move, then Swift might do more damage. It's hard to say. Big Weather Ball, big shield. And now I'm just going to go straight for another Weather Ball here. They have to go for a Surf to knock us out. And they actually throw pretty quickly. So we'll see if they can catch or not. I hope they can't. A catch here would be bad. As long as I land a Swift into the Kingdra, that's all I can ask for. All right, nice. We land the Swift. If they're on Outrage, maybe we could lose this game. But I think they wouldn't reach Outrage even if they had it. So we should be fine. Because we could take a Swift, and then we just Dragon Breath down the rest of this Kingdra, and that Electrode's completely dry, so we should be able to farm that down too. Yeah, just a Swift, we survive. We had an HP lead, so we can win this matchup. And now the Electrode, after getting caught on, is pretty low. Let's go. Okay, we got the win. All right, Galarian Corsola here, once again in the lead. Not the Pokemon that I want to see, but it's kind of playable, so we're going to kind of try to play it out. They do have super effective Power Gem here, but they are a 3-turn fast move. I'm a 2-turn fast move, so it's a little bit hard for them to guarantee that I don't catch on them. But again, we'll see what's in the back line. It could be maybe an RPS team against us. They go for a move here pretty quickly. That's 6 Astonishes, so it's probably a Power Gem. But if they Nightshade, that's also fine. I'm going to switch out now. Try to just build up energy with my Hippowdon. Okay. I think I just outpace here in the 1s and 2s. They can technically get to the Sky Attack before my second move, but not the third. And these Dragon Breaths aren't doing that much. And we 2-shot them with Weather Ball. Okay. I don't hate this matchup then. I didn't actually know how it was going to play out, so it's good to see Hippowdon's actually pretty good here. Alright. If they shield this, I have back-to-back. And if they no-shield, I still have energy if that Corsola comes back in, or if whatever else wants to come in here. Big Weather Ball, big shield. Okay. Let's get that second shield if we can. And now, I am going to be interested to see what's in the back line. I know sometimes Tinkaton is a third on teams like this, which definitely could be the case. Oh, it's Quagsire. Okay. Try to catch a move then. And it looks like we probably did. That's only 4. That's an Aqua Tail. I think they likely will just come back in with Corsola here, but catching this move and being able to get a second move off against this Corsola with my Mantine is going to put us in a really good spot. Kingdra's really good neutrally against Quagsire, and we can force all of their energy out of them by coming back in with my Hippowdon. Or I guess they can not throw their energy. I mean, Quagsire is all dependent on charge attacks, right? So I don't know if they want to try to deal with a Hippowdon that's still this healthy. They do end up letting that go. But I can just go here for an Earth Power. And if they no-shield this, they're going to now be in a spot where this is just going to knock them out. And if they shield, my Kingdra, excuse me, my Kingdra should be able to come in here and just go for a Swift. And sure, they could go for an Earth Power, or no, they could go for a Stone Edge against us, but that doesn't even one-shot a Shadow Kingdra. And if we shield, they can't even land one against us, so we just go for the Surf. Nice. Okay, cool team. Luckily, our Hippowdon was actually pretty safe against them. I'm kind of surprised they wouldn't have come in with Quagsire against us, but I wonder if they thought Mono Ground on the safe swap was like a Marowak, and that's why they came in Altaria instead. Diggersby is a fantastic lead matchup for us, and honestly, I have so much play into Diggersby, not only with Mantine, but also with Feraligatr, so I don't know what I want to do. I think what I'm going to try to do here is, honestly, probably just bring in Kingdra in this matchup, because while Mantine's fine here, Mantine is just such a hard counter to Diggersby, it's not even funny. Well, it's a little funny, I guess. They're out of here. Mantine into Fearow. Okay, don't have a hard answer to this Pokemon, but I don't think I really have much of a weakness to this either, so we'll see how they want to play it out. Fearow could have access to, like, Quagsire in the backline or just some sort of ground type, so they're probably happy that my Mantine is here in the lead. But honestly, I would love it if they shield this right now. I feel like that would be great. I'd be fine with a no-shield as well, but, like, if they shield, I think I'd just switch out into my Hippowdon, and then I'd be happy. But again, I guess we'll see what they want to do. Big Water Pulse, we see them go for a no-shield. All right, that's fine, too. We force all the energy out of them if they want to knock us out here. And then I can just farm down with my Kingdra. I don't think I can Sand Attack this down. As much as I really, really want to, I don't think that's possible. And they'll have to give us a Dragon Breath down here if they don't want to give up Switch. So I get a couple of Dragon Breaths through. I can probably outpace a lot of things in the back line. If like a Tinkaton comes in, I'll bring in my Hippowdon. If it's something that's neutral, I'll just stay in and try to get some shields down. They come in with something I don't really want to see, but like it's not unplayable. Okay. I don't know what to do here. That's an Aqua Tail. Like, I know I survive it, but I don't know. I don't think I want to try. Or, so, they have another Aqua Tail here. If I can ever catch an Aqua Tail on my Kingdra, that is huge. Or even just getting a shield here is not bad. You get a shield, okay. 6. Good counting by them. I guess I just let this go. If I survive somehow, that'd be huge. I don't, yeah. Shadow into Shadow makes sense. Alright, well, how much damage does a Surf do here, right? That's gonna be a big question that I have. If it can, like, put them into Dragon Breath downrange, we might still be fine. We get a shield, so I guess we're not gonna find out. Oh, man. Maybe when I saw the A-Slash come in, I should have just stayed in Kingdra. Because I bet in the Zero Shield matchup, Kingdra into... Or, rather... What's it called? Hippowdon into Quagsire, I bet's not that bad for us. So I probably should have done that. Let's see. Can I knock out here? I don't think this knocks out, if I'm being honest. I think they just survive and they get to another move. Okay, well, they don't get to another move, but I don't think I knock out the Quagsire with a Swift. Oh, I should have gone for it, though. Maybe I could have. Uh-oh. Well, that's a mistake by me. I wonder if that would have knocked out. Maybe it could have. I don't know why I didn't go for it. But, you know what? That's fine. I'll take a 4-1 set. It honestly could have been a 5-0 set if I didn't just, like, completely suck there at the end. I didn't remember them being that low on HP, but we'll move on to the next game. All right, Feraligatr in the lead. Not a bad Pokemon to see, but we'll see how they want to play this out, because Feraligatr is, like, remarkably neutral here, despite the fact that I do force them to go for some inefficient damage against us. They're at 8, so they have an Ice Beam potentially right now if they want to throw it, but if they don't want to throw it, they don't have to. They could also have Crunch, I guess, as a moveset. 9, 10, 11. Whoa. I don't know what to do here. If I was quicker, I could have maybe come and Hippowdon, but I don't think that's the best play. They're at 7 right now. Double Water. It could be triple Water with, like, Quagsire in the backline. I have seen that team before. 8, 9, 10. I think the play is just going to be to shield this up, because the longer this goes on, the closer they just get to Surf and farm down range. So they're dry now. 2. They're going to be 3 away from the next Drill Peck, and I should be able to get to a Swift here to snipe them down. Or if they shield this up, honestly, that's kind of fine by me, too. They actually do shield. Interesting. Okay. I guess I'll shield this up. Maybe it's a bad play, but it's what I'm going for. Can I farm this down? Oh, I can't, because they have a million energy. But, like, a Hydro Cannon doesn't knock us out here. So I should still survive this. I can bank the energy, come back in Mantine, and we'll go for the Twister here, which should get a knockout if they do want to end up letting it go, which I would be surprised to see a shield. But now they do have a lot of energy left over on the Empoleon, and they have a shield as well, so this is looking a little bit scary. Although this is not the worst case scenario, there's worse scenarios to be in. Togekiss, I think, is kind of playable for us to see. We get a shield on that. 8. They're just going to keep on farming. That's not a bad play. Well, we'll see how this plays out. They do let that go. 9, 10, 11, 12. They have a lot of energy there. But actually, I think them using energy against us here is a little bit of a mistake. We'll see. Although I'm not sure if we can put them into Weather Ball range. Oh my goodness! They called the catch! No! If they don't call the catch, I just win that one. Wow, well played to them. Alright. Mantine into Forretress. If this is Bug Bite, that's fine, but it's a non-shadow, so it's probably on Volt Switch if I had to guess. Yeah, so we'll switch out. This is Volt Switch, so a little bit awkward. But we see a Feraligatr come in here, which is not the worst Pokemon for us to see. It's not exactly where I want to be with a Hippowdon, but at least with Earth Power, I can threaten a lot of damage. They're at 6, so 1, 4, okay. How do I want to play this out? Because I need to bait once if I want to be able to outpace to 3 moves. Or are they still at 4? Or are they at 5 now? I didn't see a Shadow Claw come through, so honestly, I have no idea where my counts should be. Well, they double shield, so I guess I probably should have done something different there. But we can save our Hippowdon, and while they can bank energy up if they really want to, I feel like we can just kind of flip switch here now. Right? I think that's the play. We should be able to put them into kind of an awkward spot, but we'll see exactly how they play this out. Surf isn't going to one-shot them, but if I get to the Swift here before they get their move, well, even if I don't, I should still survive this attack. And if I can get the Swift before they farm us down, then this is good. A foul play. I think I survived to get the Swift. I do, okay. So now I have a shield and I have switch advantage on my side. I can get my Hippowdon right back into the Forretress, and then Mantine should be able to absorb the energy on the Feraligatr. And we have this shield ready to go, just in case they try to go for like a snipe down play ever. We should be able to not be in too bad of a spot. They're going to go for probably Sand Tomb here to lower my defense, but obviously we can survive that thanks to the fact that that's not a good move. And they do end up going into their Feraligatr. So I'm going to shield this up. I can bank the Scorching, or the Earth Power rather, and then as long as I can land like a Water Pulse plus an Earth Power into that other guy, we should be good. They have to go for Ice Beam or Crunch here. Hydro Cannon is resisted. Let's see how much damage they can do. Yeah, Ice Beam, not quite a 2-shot, so can I honestly maybe just go for a full farm down? I think so. And that also is going to make it so the clock is not going to come back up anywhere near as quickly as they'd want it to, which hopefully means that Forretress can't just come back in. Hydro, they're just trying to stall the clock as much as they can, but they shouldn't be able to switch out in time. Nice, we get the full farm down, and honestly, I don't think 1 Volt Switch even knocks us out here, so I might just get to 2 Water Pulses, which would be pretty nice. Big Water Pulse. Do we get a 2-shot here? We actually might. Okay. And, like, it doesn't even matter if we do or not. We have our Hippowdon still, which would win CMP against this, but if I don't have to worry about a 1-turn lag, I'll definitely try to play for that win condition. Nice, we just get the knockout. Okay, kind of a tricky matchup there, but luckily Hippowdon was actually pretty safe against that team. Alright, another Forretress. This one is Shadow, so we'll see if they're on Bug Bite or not. Well, they must be, because they swapped instantly here into a Mantine, of which I don't have an instant counter swap into. This is awkward. My best answer to Mantine is Mantine, but my best answer to the Forretress is also Mantine. So what do I do? Theirs is shiny, and it might actually be extra large as well. It looks big, but maybe I'm wrong. Okay, they're at 4, 5. Okay, you know what? Now might be the time to switch out. It might be an odd play, but I want to save energy here, and since they should be close to Weather Ball range now, I think that might not be the worst thing to do. 5. Wow, they're just going for a Twister here. This is annoying, because obviously they're just going to try to go for a fast move beatdown after the fact, but, like, I don't want to shield that. 5. Alright. Wing attacks aren't doing too much to us here. I kind of figured they might swap back into Forretress, but looks like they might just be fine making me throw energy here instead. So we get the knockout there. And if I get to 2 Weather Balls, that's honestly not terrible for us. Bug Bites are going to shred us, and honestly, despite my flying typing on Mantine, it's not going to be able to resist damage that well. Come on. Okay, Hippo. We get to 3 Weather Balls this game. That's more than I could have really asked for. And we're pretty close to a move as well on Mantine. That was DRE. Okay, I feel a little bit... No, I don't feel bad. This is a stupid degen player. Okay, they catch on Carbink. Kind of a good play. But Water Pulse here is still super effective. This should put them down into range where potentially just a Surf knocks them out after the Dragon Breath. So I'm actually kind of fine with that. But it is a fast move beatdown team like I figured it would be. So not a lot of opportunities to shield this game. I might as well shield something, so I guess that's why we're shielding this. They're at 9 right now, so they have 9 more Rock Slides, or 9 more Rock Throws to get to a Rock Slide. Okay, well, I probably shouldn't have thrown when I went that far past 100 energy, but it's still fine, I think. We'll go for the Surf here. Likely we get a no-shield. And we'll see if we can just get to 2 attacks with Kingdra. Looks like we can. So we just go double Surf, and that should be fine. The first Surf's not going to knock out because the shield, but the second one definitely should. Nice. Okay, you know what? It's always a good day when you beat the Shadow Bug Bite Forretress Carbink core with just a Mantine slapped in the middle. Mantine's honestly a little bit scary for this team, but luckily it's not the end of the world when you can kind of dance around it. Mantine into Corsola. A lot of Corsolas out these days, but it's not the most unplayable lead for Mantine. I'm going to try my best here to catch a move if I can, but if I can't, that's always, fine. We'll go for the Water Pulse, and this is not going to 2-shot, but it will chunk them down quite a bit. So they're at 5 right now. They have a Power Gem or a Nightshade. I would imagine they want to go for the Nightshade here, saying that is super effective into us. And we'll go for the catch now, and we get the catch there. Okay, so they're at 8, so 3 after that Power Gem. If they Nightshade, they're just 1 away from the next move, but surely they don't. Nice, we catch the Power Gem, so they're at 3. And Quagsire comes in. All right. Could be worse, could be better, though. I'm going to shield at least 1 time here. I wouldn't mind getting 1 shield down. And if I can dance around a little bit here, maybe there's still some play. Or, alright. I kind of wonder what moveset you'd be on with Quagsire on a team like this. I've seen some people running Mud Bomb just for better play into the Steel types. The shield makes sense. Alright, I think we CMP'd there on an Aqua Tail. And if that's the case, at least we put this now down into range where a Twister could knock him out. Although if this wasn't a CMP, that's a mistake for me to throw that. Oh my goodness, wait, they shielded that. That's huge. I didn't expect that at all. So they should be at 3 right now, so 3 away from a Stone Edge potentially if they have that. 6, okay. We'll see how this plays out. Water Pulse obviously doesn't one-shot here, but if they don't have Stone Edge, they don't knock us out. And if they do have Stone Edge, at least we force all the energy out of them right now. And Kingdra does have a shield advantage, so maybe we can still have some play. Please don't be on Stone Edge. Yeah, of course they're on Stone Edge. Why wouldn't they be? We'll get a full farm down here. Actually, we won't. They swap into Galarian Corsola. I'm so worried about it just being Tinkaton in the backline and probably just losing, because we don't quite 2-shot here with 2 Surfs. Alright, we're just going to CMP a Swift. We kind of have to. And we have to hope that our energy lead on Kingdra is enough. I do have a lot of energy here, but my HP has been tripped down quite a lot. Quagsire's around is like a catch opportunity for them. So we'll see how they want to play this out. Please just be something we beat. Oh, we do not beat that. If I had Outrage, we beat that. Altari is too bulky. No. Oh, man. I think we played well this game, but that's just too much bulk to get through. All right. Maybe they think I'm at back-to-back Swifts and they swap out. If they think that, I could win. Oh, well, actually, man, they're just at their move. I guess that's also something I forgot to think about. We were actually pretty close to winning that one, though. We had our next Swift, but we would have been, like, one away, right? Like, we got it on the sneak there after the Sky Attack. Oh, Guzzlord lead. Haven't seen this matchup in a while. I'm kind of excited to see if Mantine is able to put in a lot of work here, because I would have to imagine it should. 2 Twisters will 2-shot, but they can outpace us to 2 Brutal Swings. Oftentimes, when I see Guzzlord these days, it is paired with Ninetales or, like, Steel types, so Hippowdon hopefully has play in the backline. That's a lot of good damage right there. And if they don't throw on alignment, I get my next Twister off before they get their Brutal Swing, so let's see what they want to do. We're at 6, so 3. That doesn't even do that much damage. Let's just Twister immediately, because if I knock out a Guzzlord and save, like, half of a Mantine, that's pretty good. Let's see what they want to do, though. Oh, they shield, really. So they're at 4, 5. I'm fine with that. Getting a shield advantage from my backline should be pretty good. And if they go for a Dragon Claw here, I guess that's all their energy. Okay, we'll switch out. Unfortunately, they do get to a Brutal Swing, but we can survive that. Let's see what they bring in. Hopefully Hippowdon's going to still be pretty good in the backline. Oh, we bait out a Mantine. That's not bad at all. 5. So they have a Twister ready to go. But the big problem for them is I do still have a little bit of Mantine as, like, a catch opportunity, and they can't really farm us down. 6. Okay, you know what? I think I'm going to let this go. I could go for a Swift here, but it's not going to put them into Sand Attack downrange. So at this point, I might as well just no-shield that, come in with my Hippowdon, and start building up energy. 11. Okay, I know that's just a Twister, but I don't really have a choice other than to shield this, just to make sure that I'm not going to get farmed down by something. 14. All right, so they're 1 away from another Twister, which is annoying because that would be like a CMP. They could go for a catch if they really wanted to. They do let it go. What's going to be in the back? We have a lot of energy here. Shadow Quag, okay. Or I can see why they stayed in the lead then. 1. Every single time I've Earth Powered, we end up getting the shield, or the move shielded. So let's see if that happens this time. Of course it does. Okay. I don't know how good or bad this is. I have to go for the Twister. I hate to say it, but if I don't Twister here, then I just lose the game, because they have back-to-back Aqua Tails now. So I have to hope that this puts them into Weather Ball Rock range. And I don't think it does. No. Oh, man, I have never been so sad. I have to Weather Ball Rock here, because they do have back-to-back Aqua Tails. Man, one day I'm going to bait a Quagsire. One day I'm just going to bait a Quagsire, and it's going to work out. I was really hoping for a Steel type or a Ninetales in the backline, but it was just a Quagsire. I wasn't expecting that. I really wasn't, so well played. You know what? They deserve the win. They played well. But man, I am a little bit disappointed that we, once again, have not landed an Earth Power at all today. Tinkaton, okay. Kind of where I want to see it, although I guess I'd rather see it on my Hippowdon. With that said, we wall the energy pretty well here, so let's see what they want to do. They're at 9, 10. I guess they're just over-farming. I would imagine here they're just going to play this out in the zeros, and they don't really want to shield Water Pulses of all things. I wouldn't blame them. They're at 10, so 3 after this Gigaton Hammer. Let's see how they play it out. They're not quite at half HP, but pretty low on HP anyway. I think it's a... actually, no, I was going to say I think it's a Tinkaton in the backline. No, that's not the team. literally, we saw the Tinkaton already. It could be a lot of things in the backline then. Normally, I see, like, the Grumpig Tinkaton backline with, like, a Pangoro lead. I wish I saw a Pangoro lead. That'd be amazing. I'm not allowed to see those today, I guess. We have Double Swift here, though, and I do need to land consistent damage, so I am fine just throwing both of them. They do let that go, because I can't make a call for the life of me, but it's fine. It is fine. We just needed to make sure this Grumpig was out of here. And we still need to be, like, Gigaton Hammer to get knocked out. Oh, they shield that. Interesting. I guess I let this go. I'm not that scared of Tinkaton this game. They do Dynamic. All right. Can I ever Sand Attack down? Doesn't look like it. We'll go for the Weather Ball Rock then, just to snipe them down right before they get to a move. This should easily knock out, but maybe they want to shield just to get a shield if they can? I don't know. Okay, Galarian Corsola. Interesting. Maybe my first opportunity to land an Earth Power today. This is gonna hurt, but it probably doesn't one-shot. But they probably do want to let the first one go, saying it can debuff. They shield, okay. Well, we don't get the debuff, unfortunately, but maybe it doesn't matter. We'll see how they play it out and what my Mantine can do. Or they have their next Nightshade now. How do we play this? Doesn't quite knock out. I catch the move here. It's a Nightshade, but, like, the best thing about catching this attack is now I'm still in range where they need to Gigaton Hammer us, and that should hopefully be fine. Because, like, if I go for this move, and then I can get, like, a Sand Attack down against this with my Hippowdon, then we can land a Weather Ball Rock later on this game. Right, they do throw energy here. I don't think a Bulldoze does it. I do think they have to Gigaton Hammer us. But if they get to a Bulldoze after the fact, that's obviously tragic. They do Gigaton. Come on, Hippowdon, please do it. Do it for me. We get it. Okay, we have the Weather Ball Rock. And this should knock out the Corsola. It's really low on HP. That catch on the Nightshade was huge. It kind of just invalidated a full charge attack on their side. So I will take that. I will definitely take that. Kind of a tricky team, but we got the win. Oh, Dunsparce lead. I've actually seen a few of these running Astonish recently, but I'm still going to switch into my Hippowdon because I don't think this one will be. Yeah, they're on rollout. They might go for a Drill Run, Chip and Dip here, but honestly, if they do that, that's fine. That's a lot of energy down the drain. And it's going to mean now that potentially they've given me such a huge energy head start, there's not a lot of things that want to come in here. And they don't two-shot us either. Okay, we bait out an Annihilate, which I don't really have, like, something that's hard, weak to it, but I don't have things in the backline that want to see it either, so I guess it's good to bait this out. Wow, they give me both shields? Wait, this might actually be huge then. We got an Earth Power debuff, so obviously this is going to one-shot. I bet it would anyway, though, honestly. Yeah, we get 2 shields. I mean, classic shenanigans from an Annihilate player. I should survive 2 attacks here, and a 2-shield Kingdra generally does seem like a good idea. So I'm going to go for the no-shield. I'll no-shield the second one even, and we'll see if we can get a farm down, because if we can, and we can leverage energy in the backline, that's also pretty good. I am a little bit scared they just built up to a close combat, but surely they don't have that on Shadow Annihilate. Surely it's just Ice Punch. Yeah. So we do the full farm down. We have a Water Pulse ready to go. I don't know what they're going to have in the backline that's just going to be so bad for me that I can't win, but I can't wait to find out. Tinkaton's not that bad. We've been losing to Tinkatons a lot with Kingdra recently, but when you're up 2 shields, it makes things a little bit different. They're at 5, so they do have a Bulldoze. But as long as I land a Surf into the Dunsparce, we should be good. Alright, and they throw a Bulldoze immediately. I know this is just a Bulldoze. I guess I no-shield. I hope for no debuff as well. Nice. And we'll CMP on the next move. Or for some reason they don't throw then. Which means now if this doesn't knock out, but they're in 1 HP snipe down range, I can just farm them down after. Yeah, okay, well that also just knocks them out. So we go for a Surf here. We have a Water Pulse in the back line. We should be very good. Interesting team. Haven't seen a lot of Dunsparce like that in the lead, but Luckily, it's not the worst case scenario. I know this is my Twister side, but I also know I'm more confident I have a Twister than I am confident I have a Water Pulse, even though I know I have both. You know what I mean? I just go for the one that I know 1000% I have, and we get the win. Man, Hippowdon actually kind of put on a clinic there. I was able to get 2 shields from the Annihilate, and then, I guess, just Kingdra Sweep. After seeing what Hippowdon can do today, I do think it's actually a pretty viable Pokemon. It's obviously a little bit hard to use when you're down energy, and it can be a little bit bait dependent because Weather Ball and the Earth Power attacks have so drastically different energy costs. But with that said, this Pokemon's coverage is amazing, and I think it is actually pretty good right now in the meta. But yeah, thank you for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.